about to lose control. Orange autumn leaves on the ground. At the end there's nothing, and you face yourself. Green is all you see as you fall. You go to hell, never coming back. There is nothing as it seems in your requiem for a You go to hell, never coming back. There is nothing as it seems in your requiem for a dream. There is nothing as it seems in your requiem for a dream.
Always in tandem, though you're handling bars, it's all I imagine. And falling from you is just magic. Is it too much to ask to make us authentic? Before you go, you have to know that we were only after all, so you could tell your friends when you see them at the weekend. I can pretend we wouldn't speak then. It's morning over me, a good evening for you, 'cause I'm heaving for you. It's morning over me, a good evening, 'cause I'm heaving. It's morning over me, a good evening for you, 'cause I'm heaving for you. It's morning over me, a good evening, 'cause I'm heaving. Opening scars to know that we have them. Well, how many times I told you I have them. Still falling from you was just magic. I loved it, yeah. And a phone call from you would be goddamn fantastic. Before you go, you have to know that we were only after all, so you could tell your friends when you see them at the weekend. I can pretend that we wouldn't speak then. It's morning over me, a good evening for you, 'cause I'm heaving for you. It's morning over me, a good evening, 'cause I'm heaving. It's morning over me, a good evening for you, 'cause I'm heaving for you. It's morning over me, a good evening, 'cause I'm heaving. I can pretend that we wouldn't speak then.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors
of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
And welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 2 of the Apollo Racing Club Formula E. I'm your host and play-by-play, bringing you all the action, Adam EV500. Bringing it to you solo tonight, as Pfeiffer he's taking a break this week. So, well, last week was a very interesting race as Fox, he takes the very first victory of the second season of Formula E. And these standings are approved by GridFinder, gridfinder.com. You can find your next league and start your sim racing career today. So Sim Black Fox, or Kieran Fox, takes the first win of the season. He got 26 points. He had the fastest lap as well. And then Lewis following right behind with 8 points. Tack coming up with 15 points. Righteous Fire, 12 points. Tommy Kogan in the Audi with 8 points. Craigs with 8 points. Rosefest with 6 points. Raja with 4 points. Van or Brandon Gobes with 2 points. And Thornton coming in with 2 points. Well, we are about 5 minutes away from qualifying, which is very exciting. Looking over, once again, these are the standings approved by GridFinder. So once again, welcome in to our second round of Formula E here at Apollo Racing Club. Last week, very exciting race. Fox taking the first win and Lewis coming in P2. But last week, they were at Turkey, a very high energy track, a high energy consumption track. This week, not the case. This week, they're at the Berlin Prix track. It is a this is the track that majority of the racing of Formula E in 2020 took place. It is 1.4 miles or 2.3 kilometers long. So a much shorter track than last week. Last week it was a 3-mile track. So the lap times are going to be significant. So as I was hearing the guys in chat, talking with them earlier, they're talking about how it's going to be that's their energy modes are actually coming in handy for them right now. So we're seeing times in the 1:12.2s and the 1:12.5s on full force. So wouldn't surprise me if quality times are going to be in the 1:10s. Fox looking very strong currently in practice. He has done a 1:12.5, and Tommy Kogan just spins off. Excuse me, that was Lewis. Lewis spins off the track. And DAP is in this race as well. All right, and well, we are on the quali, it looks like, which is awesome. I'm excited. We are here live here at the Berlin E-Prix. go ahead and turn it up a little bit. I did fix some of the issues we were, the audio issue on my end. So you're going to have a little bit louder time now as we are riding on board with Thornton through this track. And he's going to go ahead and spin out. Oh, no. Well, let's go right on with Lewis now. And one of the things about these cars is that these cars don't take hairpins really well. And there is a hairpin turn that is just, it's very annoying as Lewis is coming through turns 6. No, excuse me, that was turns 4 and 5 now. Here's turn 5, and now he's going to come through turn 6. Lewis racing in the Tentacle Formula Lithium team livery. Right now, he's sitting. Last week, he finished P2, so not a bad race for him. He was actually racing fairly hard. He was catching up with Fox in the last week, but energy becoming such a problem last week really hindered his chances at a win here. But because we are at a track that doesn't quite require. Hello, Tommy Cogan. How we doing, buddy? What happened to you? And thank you so much for the subs. 10 months from Tommy Cogan, who is also in this race tonight. But we're going to be continuing the ride on board with Lewis now as he puts in his very first hot lap. So he's already up. He did a 49.6 on lap on sector 1, and now he gets tied up with somebody. Oh no, that is going to ruin his race time. I don't know who that was, but they didn't get out of the way quick enough. But now he's just going to have to push on here. He can't have a chance here to get P1. He can't be there tonight. Had some family stuff. Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that, my dude. I hope everything is okay. And we will see you next week. So, still on board with Lewis as Fox puts up a 110.8. Very fast. And Lewis, what does Lewis put up there? He put up a 112.1 on his lap. Gotta excuse me, but I am going to try and find another person. Here's Righteous Fire now. Let's see what kind of time he puts up here. Oh, he is very behind the pace now, but I think this is his actual outlap now. But he was 2 seconds behind the pace as he puts up a 113.7. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to go in for an if he's going in on his in-lap now. Not the greatest of laps, but now we're seeing Timmy, or T-Dog now. T-Dog driving in the, is it Marini Racing? I think that's how you pronounce that. As he is sitting P5 right now, but he is looking to obviously improve that. And there's only 8 drivers here tonight, so everybody will get a chance to score some points and get maybe a chance to get into the top 10. These cars sound pretty good, says David. Yes, they do. It's very quiet. I like it. As Fox now just... Okay, Fox. Well, Fox put up a 110, and now he's going to go ahead. I think he had some lag. Well, we're going to ride on. Let's ride with Lewis again. Lewis looking for a potential win tonight as he almost could have taken it away. He didn't have to use so much energy in the latter stages of the race. He would have, he could have potentially caught up to Fox. But Lewis sitting P5 right now as Thornton and Raja and Van have taken over the leaderboard now. As Thornton, he's P2, Raja is at P3, and Van sitting at P4 as he's letting some people by now. Lewis being one of those guys. As Lewis is coming in, see what kind of time he can put up here. I know he's not happy. Ooh, that's going to cost him some time going right into the wall. These, like I said earlier, these cars are really tough to drive as it is, and just trying to turn these cars on some of these tighter turns is very, very difficult. So, as you saw it there, as Lewis goes into the wall, as he falls down to P6, and Righteous getting up into P5 now with a 112.02. Thornton, he's going to try. He puts up a 110.9, a little bit slower. He's going to try and finish this out lap now. And now he's going to go for another lap. Can he surpass Fox? He is only about 5/10 off. Oh, he hits the wall. That's going to cost him some time. You can get close to the wall with these cars, but man, they are so difficult to turn in hairpin turns, especially hairpin corners. So Thornton is down. He's already a 10th down in Sector 1. So we're going to move on. Let's take a look at Raja now. Raja driving in the Wave Racing in the black livery. Very nice. We got about 7 minutes left here in qualifying. But Raja, he's going to be potentially looking for that P2 now. He is not too far off. He's a few tenths off, actually 2 tenths. So Thornton does improve. He puts up a 110.6. So now Raja has his work cut out for him. He has to make these next 2 sectors this last sector here just absolutely flawless. It looks like he does that as he comes down the final straight. Does he beat it? He does not. He's actually slower. He's slower by almost a 10th. Let's see here. Van, he is out on another lap. He is going to be looking, but he is 2/10 slower in Sector 1. Can he find an improvement in these next 2 turns, especially this turn? This is a very tight hairpin turn. He does clear it, though, beautifully. And he is just going to go on his merry way. Turning very tightly. Another hairpin. Very nice. Doesn't hit the wall. Now he's got to get all the way back on the outside, turn all the way back in. These cars are very hard to turn. He doesn't get the wall there, just unlike the person in front of him. Now Van, he has clear track, but he is a second slower. But now he's just going to go for another lap. I think he can find some time in Sector 1 for sure. As he goes through the BMW corner now in the straight and almost hits the wall, but he's lucky to make it out alive. And now we're going through the Michelin section of this course. As you can tell, a lot of big sponsors for the actual Formula E Berlin Grand Prix. And now this is a very tight corner as he locks up the rears in the back, and he's going to just push, and now he has to slow back down. It's easy to coast with these cars, but as you can hear, Van is flat out on this section as he turns down. This is the hardest hairpin on the track to get on these cars. Very nice. I think he can improve on this. I haven't been looking at his times. I've just been analyzing the way he's driving. No, he goes a little bit wide into the yellow, and can he beat the time of 109.6? No, it's not going to be enough. It's a 111.7. He's 2 seconds slower. He's not able to find the time. Quali is full send. And now Thornton, he sees that 109.6. That is a second, over a second quicker than Thornton right now. Fox absolutely just showing his speed on this track. So David, is there an energy management component to setting quality times, or are gaps just down to driver pace? So Kogan could probably explain it better than I can, but so basically quality, you're going flat out because you don't have to worry about battery, because you get a fresh battery for the race, and this race in particular won't have the battery. Like, we won't see much of a battery issue, if you know what I mean. Not like last week. Last week you had to save a lot of energy. You'll have to save energy on this track, I think, for sure, but definitely you're going to see more guys being able to just go flat out. But like quali, you have in any normal race setting, this race where energy saving comes into play. Yep. Basically the ends of NASCAR races. Like the long ones where caution hasn't come out for quite a while, and it's probably not coming out for till ever. Like usually like the All-Star race or well, even IndyCar. I know fuel becomes a concern at the Indy 500, same with tires. So now, Lewis, he puts up a 110.3. He gets ahead of Thornton. Thornton falling down to P3. Lewis taking that P2 now. And Thornton, I think he's going to go ahead and... This has not been the best lap, I don't think. Let's see here. Yep, he was 7/10 down. This wasn't his cleanest lap. But I know he's just been kind of just trying to find a good line. You know what I mean? You have to, these cars, like, they don't turn in really easily. They don't turn quite on a dime as some other cars, especially for these guys. They only have 2 gears. Now, why that's really important, for people like me, I'm used to shifting down quite a bit. And when I say quite a bit, I mean I'm used to going from 6th or 8th gear down to 5th, 4th, and 3rd gear. Well, not with these cars. These cars don't quite work like that. And so it's just very odd sometimes, as Thornton's going to spin out and create a yellow flag situation. Let's see who is out right now. We got Krieg's out. He put up a 47.8 in Sector 1. As he's going through the hairpin, through the Visa. I'm going to call this the Visa hairpin. And he's going to take this turn. He takes it quite nicely. He actually doesn't hit the wall. He finds the fastest line through there, but it's not going to be enough time as he falls to a 112.0. He's not going to improve at all, as Kriegs has a 111.7. Tires are close to the road spec as well then for most other open wheelers, right? Yeah, basically they're streets. So that's kind of interesting as well. It's there's like the Formula E is just set up so uniquely. It's hard to emulate this kind of series. As Thornton, he's going out for another lap into overtime as quality is over right now. Fox is your provisional pole sitter, but Thornton, he is still out on track. He's going to be looking for a potential pole position, but he's 2/10 slower in Sector 1. He doesn't find quite the time. And he is going to lock up the brakes and just flat spot the crap out of those tires. And he's just going to fly right into the Visa wall and just cost himself almost a second. He's a second down now. Well, Fox is your provisional pole sitter. Congratulations to him. Thornton comes through the checkered flag to end this session, I think. Yep, that ends the session as he spins out on stream. Taking a look real quick back at the standings. Kieran Fox is still ahead with 26 points as he takes provisional pole here. Lewis with 18 points. He'll be looking for a win tonight. And Tack, who is not here tonight, has 15 points. Righteous Fire sitting in P4 tonight. He qualified in P4, so he's sitting quite well. Tommy Kogan, not here tonight. He is sitting with 10 points. Kriegs, he is sitting with 8 points. He qualified in P7. Rosefest, who is not here with us tonight, is in P7 with 6 points. And Raja has 4 points. He'll get some extra points. Same with Van and Thornton. So all those guys, the last three, the P8 through P10 on the standings, are all racing in this race tonight. As we are going to get ready here for round number 2, the Berlin Prix. The lights haven't come on quite yet, but we will head to the racetrack. As you see, all the cars gridded up here. It'll be quite interesting to see what happens here. Now, 6 lights are going to go on. And 6 lights go off, and away we go here at the Berlin Prix here at Apollo Racing Club as Lewis is trying to go on the outside of Fox right now. On the inside into turn number 1, and they're all going to stick together. But Lewis, he's going to go ahead. He's going to take the inside, and he's going to take the lead of this race. And what a fantastic lead as, okay, Fox, bye-bye. Fox just went, he actually went bye-bye. Oh, I think we are having a race restart. Race restart. Fox just went off the track. Okay then. Yeah, Fox must have had internet drop. I agree. And luckily, they're all in the same voice chat, which helps, so they can just announce the reset, not having to type it in chat. So, but Fox is back in. But man, what a start there by Lewis. He was able to get the lead. I was kind of excited to see what was going to happen. Cars just plow straight on with no collision. Then what happens? When that happens, yeah, basically. A seated course like this, so like a seated course is very odd in terms of physics. Literally in the karts, we almost died. Well, here we go. 6 lights will come on once again at the Berlin Prix, and 6 lights go out, and away we go as Fox, he gets a great start. So does Lewis. Lewis is going to be right up on the inside. It's the same exact situation as we were in the first start of this race, but Kieran Fox, he's going to take a tighter line this time, but Lewis, he's going to keep it, and he takes the lead of this race at the turn number 2 and 3. What a great pass by the man. Now he's going to get into the first straight, and Fox, he's going to be looking to go on the inside at some point, but he's just going to hang back. Oh, he's getting right on the bumper, though. and he's just hanging on for dear life. He's hoping that Lewis doesn't take a gap here. Lewis, when he came into this, we were still doing kart mods on Wednesday nights here at Apollo Racing Club, and he was very, very fast. He beat me in a race, and I won 5 in a row at the kart racing. So, but Fox, he is just trying to stick with Lewis, but he does have the pace. He's just going to stick in this slipstream for a little bit. You don't have to worry about passing so early on this. It's a 45-minute race. It's a long, long race. And Fox, yes, he must have internet problems. His gap has dropped considerably onto Lewis. Now Lewis taking an 8, almost a second lead, but Thornton, he is going to try and get right behind him now. We'll do intervals instead of gaps. Surprised Fox didn't defend the inside given the same exact move. Lewis, with these cars, you have to be very careful because the ends of these cars are actually a lot longer than you think. And if Fox would have moved in, there was a potential chance. And the nose sticks out a little bit too, a little bit more. So there would have been a potential collision. Get draft, save the energy. True, got to save that energy. And this is going to be a group battle here for the lead, as we are seeing Thornton, Lewis, and Fox just battling for the lead here. But Thornton, he has lost a little bit of pace and a little bit gotten a bit of a gap between him and Fox now. As Righteous, he sees that he's gonna go ahead and pull up. There is no attack mode. Attack mode. Oh, and Righteous, he spins out. What happened there? Oh, and Thornton, he goes down too. Thornton, he falls down to P10. Oh, actually, Thornton, he takes the lead of this race. I didn't catch what happened to Lewis, but something happened to Lewis, and Thornton took an opportunity to get ahead, and now he's going to be leading the Berlin Prix as we are heading into the third lap now. We're not quite sure how many laps this race will be. It is a fully timed race. Part of the rule set is basically you have to do your homework and calculate how many laps you think it's going to be based on the time, 45 minutes, and how much battery consumption you're going to do. So you have to get some practice in. And Foxy is one of those guys. He practices a lot on Assetto Corsa. He is very good at Formula E. He's very good at Assetto Corsa in general. A lot of the racing we have done so far in the Road to Glory, he has been very quick. As now Raja, he's going to be on the back of Kieran Fox now. He's going to be looking for the P3, P2 now. He has made up a lot of positions as Van. He's going to be P4. Righteous, he is in P8 now. He is falling because of an accident or something happened. I didn't see what happened. All I saw was I just see Righteous just spin around, but Raja, he is just right on the back of Fox. Can he find a way to get past him though? He is a little slow through these next two turns, but that's okay. Want to get in that slipstream so you can get right on the back. But Van, he's going to join the party as well. So now it's going to be a four-way battle for the lead. This is exciting racing, folks. This is exciting racing. You don't want to miss a thing as everyone's going to be traveling down a pack now. Van, he loses a bit of time coming down the back straight of Berlin as we go into Qatar. And out to the Visa, and we're going to get to the Visa hairpin. The Visa hairpin, once again, can be a killer for some people. Let's see how Thornton does. I know he's been struggling really hard with this particular corner. He makes the corner clean, and he actually gets a little bit of a gap now on the Fox. What a great line there, Thornton. He's a quick learner, I would say. Rajib, though, he is going to get right. He is still in this mix as now Van, he has spun out, and he is going to potentially have to pit for damage, unless damage is okay, as Lewis now, he is having the charge up the field. He is in P4, and he has quite a bit of ways to go now. He is 3 seconds behind Raja, as Raja, he's getting a nice a double slipstream from Thornton and Fox, he's just chilling in the back. He's just strategizing when to do that move. I think he can get right onto the back of Fox and do something here as we are heading into the second sector of this track. And a nice pass there. And just so everybody knows, that's where attack mode would be on a Formula E track, is right in these corners, right in the Qatar corners. Just a little reference, just so everybody knows where we're at. As we're coming down that hairpin, Fox, he is trying to make a move on the Thornton, but it wasn't going to happen there as he went super wide, but he keeps up with him, and Thornton is going to just have to defend for his life and just try and keep ahead of this race and not let Fox go. And that's going to be a challenge enough, because if he messes up, Roger's going to be right there too to take an opportunity there. But Lewis puts up the fastest lap now with a 1:12.7. So he is running some very quick times as he's brought that gap down now to 2.5 seconds. That was 3 seconds at the start of this lap. Looking farther down the field, now we're seeing Timmy Wilkins, or T-Dog. He is going to have to be, he's going to have to battle here pretty hard against Kriegs, as Kriegs is getting pretty close for a potential pass. And Van, he has fallen very far back. I think he has quite a bit of damage on that front wing. Didn't look good, but Righteous Fire too. He is in a world of pain. I don't think he has quite the arrow. These cars do have they do have a little bit of arrow, especially on the straight. So if you have a bent wing, it's going to affect your straight line speed. And Thornton, he's just going to be defending super hard. Now here comes Rajah. He's using a push the pass now, getting that 15% extra energy, and he's not going to be able to get the pass now. He goes wide, but he's going to just stick right on the back of Fox. Now he's going to just go use that slipstream, use that push the pass, and he's going to try. I think he's trying to bait Fox into using one of his. Last week Fox saved both of his for the end of the race, and Rajah now. Oh, and Fox, he goes wide. And he spins out, and Rajah takes P2. And Lewis takes P3 on the mistake by Fox. And now he has the battle back, and now Rajah, he can be looking at Thornton. He knows he has the pace on him, and he's just going to push, especially now that he has the push to pass with a 1.7 second gap on the Thornton. That was less than a second not too long ago, but Rajah, he is on the back mirror, as we can see him in our virtual mirror. Yeah. No, Rajah, he has the pace. He practiced this week. You can tell he is having a great race. He is just trying to get right onto the back of Thornton, maybe plan his move, save that energy. Not a bad play as he is pulling, but at the same time, here comes Lewis. He's down to 2.2 seconds on the Rajah, but Rajah, he had to push the pass on as he goes through turns 1 and 2 here, and what a pass! Like just waiting for Fox to potentially make a mistake to make an opportunity for himself, or look for the pass on the inside somewhere, and he did quite well as he hits the wall, though. That's going to cost him a little bit of time as Lewis, he's had a problem. He's down to 3 seconds. And Fox, he is right on the tail of Lewis. Let's see if he can make this pass happen very shortly, because Fox still has a chance to win this race. Thornton is pretty slow as that gap continues to decrease to 1.2 seconds. That was 1.7 seconds on Rajah and Thornton not too long ago, folks. But Lewis is going to have to defend for his life again. He had the lead, and then something happened to him. I think he wrecked himself, and yeah, you can see there's quite a bit of damage on the arrow, on that nose of his car, and same with his rear. His rear is pretty bent up right around this area, if you can't tell. There's some damage on the rear, so he had to have hit something pretty hard. And let's take a look at Fox. Fox doesn't look like he has nearly the damage, but he is blocking very well. They're being gentlemen racers. I don't find anything wrong with this type of race, and this is the type of racing I like to see. But now we're seeing Raja now. Raja, he has pulled so close now on the Thornton. Will he win this race today? With 34 minutes to go here, he is just pushing. He does have one push to pass as we're seeing Righteous use his. And just so everybody knows, see that light on the top of these cars? That means the push to pass is on. And when that is blinking, it's going to be used, and you can use it for basically an entire lap, if I'm not mistaken, Kogan. From the time you use it. Now Raja, he is within a second now of Thornton as they go through turn 1. Going through turn 2 now, and he's just going to have to just push again. But the question is now, as we are heading into 10 laps of this race, is tire condition. Are we going to hear the Bono? Or are these guys managing their tires really well? I think this is not too heavy of a tire track. A lot of turns. Runs about 4 minutes, so it will be like 3 and a bit laps here. No, okay, that makes sense. So that's quite a bit of laps to use attack mode. Or push to pass. We'll call it attack mode because we are in a Formula E race. They have 2 attack modes that they can use throughout the race. And it gives you quite a bit of energy, as you saw. Raja was able to get right onto the bumper of Fox, and it made him... It was a mistake made. Now, I'll be kind of curious because we weren't able to see what happened into that corner. What exactly happened? If Raja did get into the back of Fox or not, but here comes Fox as he makes the pass on to Lewis. What a great pass. So he will continue to go as he is going to use his first push to pass and gain a gap onto Lewis and catch up to Raja a little bit. He has 4 seconds, but now because they're on the straights, he does see him in his eyesights. So he's just going to want to gain a little bit back now as he's using the extra speed now. But Raja, he is still just holding on to this short gap here with Thornton for the lead. Just got internet back. ARC liveries. Yeah, we don't have any ARC liveries, David, just so you know. All these liveries are provided by the moderators. Or no, by Trading Paints or Mod. Or Race Department. I can't remember which one. But, ooh, Raja does have... No, excuse me. He does not have any damage from it, it looks like. And now Kieran Fox putting up the fastest lap with 112.0. But now Fox, he is continuing his pursuit for the win once again here at Apollo Racing Club. And he's now 2.7 seconds behind Raja and Raha, and he is just going to have to push. But you can tell how fast you get with that attack mode. It gives you quite the energy. So he will catch up in no time, but that energy should be running out quite soon, I would imagine. But now we're seeing P2. Raja, he must have made a mistake. Now he is driving very slowly as Fox. He's going to take full opportunity of this. And we're seeing Lewis, he's using a push to pass. Krieg's using a push for pass now too. And looking for the chase down onto P4. And we're just seeing Lewis, he is just having the drive. Why do I hear you shifting? You shouldn't hear me shifting. I was like, what is happening? Okay. Back to the action now. Fox, he is within a second of Raja. Now he's going to be looking for a potential pass and getting a little bit of revenge. I think some damage has had. Fox has had some, Raja has had some damage now, and now he's going to be looking for the pass now. Does he get it? No, he does not. We're going to stick right here for this action. This action is absolutely insane as Raja goes wide, and Fox, he goes completely inside, and he takes P2 of this race, and now he can chase down Thornton. This is a free chase. As he has this pace on to Raja. He doesn't have any damage. I don't see any damage on Raja. Nope, he does have damage on that left side. Oh, no, that is definitely going to affect his race. As Thornton, he is just going to have to drive away very, very quickly now in order to win this and hold off. He still has 2 push to passes, which is really helping him. Wouldn't surprise me if we see that come out very soon if Fox gets within a second of Thornton. Fox is on a mission, Kogan. You are absolutely correct. He is on a mission as Van, he gets the overtake onto Righteous, but he goes wide. And this is for P6 as Righteous, he takes P6 back from Van. And now Van, he has that push to pass activated. He is just going to have to try and race Righteous Fire here. They had great starts, but just have not quite put in the race that they were hoping for. Damage doesn't affect these cars. If you look at Lewis's car, he doesn't have quite the pace. He has quite a bit of damage, especially if you look at his nose. His nose is pretty messed up. Same with that. Oof. That tire wall is pretty ugly. Righteous isn't out T anymore. We forgot to update the graphic then. Okay. He's in the, what is he, in the Nissan? From what it looks like. All right, back to the action now as Fox, now he is back on his mission. He is looking for this win now as he's sitting in P2. He's 1.5 seconds away now from Thornton. As you can hear, the engine of these cars, not really an engine, it's a battery. So very quiet vehicles, quite kind of interesting as we are heading into the 15th lap of this race, and Fox, yeah, he is looking to win this race. Thornton still has 2 push to passes. It wouldn't surprise me, like I said earlier, if he doesn't pop those until Fox gets in within about a second, but he's gaining quite quickly, Fox is. And let's see what can happen as we are coming through the Visa hairpin. Nice job by Fox. He found the line and to get the fastest time through there. Slow is fast on this track, though. Slow is fast in certain portions of this track, because if you overdrive it, you will go into the wall. And now Thornton, he's slow in the turn number 1, and that gives an opportunity for Fox to pounce with 25 minutes remaining here as we're going through turn number 3. And Fox, he goes wide right into the wall. He just that is going to cost him. And look at the beat up front now as Thornton, he is going to drive away. He's going to say, well, thank you, Fox. I'm going to just gap you and maybe take this win. Now, Fox, he is going to have to work very, very hard in order to potentially win this race. But let's look farther down the field now as we're seeing a race again. Now Van, he is taking back over the P6 position. And Righteous, he's going to be looking all over the back of Van. And he gets on the inside in the hairpin. And Righteous just pushes him out wide. Says, thank you very much. But Van, he got a better exit out of the hairpin. And now Righteous has to go wide. And Van, he is just going to hold this position as hard as he can as they're coming through the start-finish line. Who will manage to save their power for that? Like I said earlier, this track doesn't have quite the power consumption as Turkey did. Like, you can go pretty hard on this track and not have to worry about. You just manage the MGUK, I think, at that point. You don't have to worry about really coasting, as Van is really driving super hard, and he is just going to pull away now from Righteous Fire and almost pull a second. He is quick. But Righteous, he has picked up the pace again. He has come in within a half a second as they go through the hairpin. Righteous looking on the outside. Not going to happen, but Van, he finds the line again. And he's just going to try and just keep his position. He is holding on for P6, but he goes wide. And now Righteous, he is on the attack now. We're going to see these guys battle to the end as Righteous goes on the inside. And now it's wheel-to-wheel action through turn number 1. Can Righteous hold this? But no, he doesn't, but they bump now. Contact. Righteous, Van, they are both defending for themselves now as Gooby goes ahead and takes back the position of P6. What a great battle we're watching here for this position between Righteous and Van. And these two drivers, they are gentlemen drivers. They are going to give themselves the space and the respect. And now Righteous, he's going to go on the inside again. Does he make the move stick? He does. He's going to get in front of Van, but now Van, he's going to come right back as they go through the Visa card section of the track. But now Van, he is just a little bit far now to maybe put a move in the hairpin. And he goes ahead and locks up. But now he does get quite a bit of speed. And he's going to be right back on the tail of Righteous Fire. And he's just going to speed on down. This battle ain't over. It ain't over until the fat lady sings, apparently. And Van, he is just having to push, and try and get up to Righteous Fire. As they go into turn 1, we saw them go wheel to wheel in turn 1. What magnificent racing we're seeing here at the Apollo Racing Club. Round 2 of Formula E. We're going to keep our eye on this battle. This battle is not over, but we're seeing Fox. He is still on his charge to try and win this race as he pulls in within almost a second now of Thornton. And Thornton, he is sitting comfortably. We're at 20 laps now with 20 minutes to go here at the Berlin Prix. Where has Lewis fallen to? Lewis, he is struggling now. He is 6 seconds behind. Raja in P3. Lewis looking for now a potential podium, no longer a win tonight. Man, these tracks textures aren't good. Looks like a copy pasta of the asphalt. Basically, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Fox, now he's all over the back of Thornton. Can he find the move onto the inside? He's not using that push to the pass. Now we're seeing, and Thornton used his already. I miss Evie. It's okay. I miss you too, Fife. It's weird for you not being here. I'm surprised your buddies aren't there, or are they? And they're just they're in Dirt Rally. And now Thornton, he's just having to just defend for his life. And Fox, he's sticking by. They're watching this on TV. All right. Shout out to those guys. Hello. Welcome on in. Glad you're watching. Glad you're friends with Fife. He told us you guys are going to get in the sim, and we're kind of excited to see what kind of clips we're about to see. But Thornton, he's now defending still for his life against against Fox. And Fox, he's just going to have to attack onto this guy, onto Thornton, because we're running out of time. We got 18 minutes left, but Thornton, who knows? He's been pushing pretty hard now. He is just holding on to the back. See here. The only really big battle that's happening. Oh, we're back to these two again, actually. Van and Righteous Fire. I was looking for battles across the track, and I didn't have an actual mini-map. I forgot to get that application for this game. But Van, he takes the position back from Righteous for P6 now. But these two, they're going hard. It's wheel to wheel. They're bumping into each other through the Michelin section as Righteous Fire takes back the position from Van. Yeah, I looked at it, Fife. It's not that great. It only shows. Yeah, I need to get that added mod for the next race, so I have it. But Van, he is sticking right on the back of Righteous Fire. These two are not going to quit this battle till the end. What great racing we're seeing here from these two. Like I said earlier, they're gentlemen racers. They're not, we saw them bumping a little bit. I know what's happening in that voice set. They're going, oh, sorry. And now Van, he's going to go on the inside as they go wheel to wheel into turn number 1. And Van's going to make the move stick, and he is just going to try and drive away. These two are going to just continuously pass each other, I feel like, for the next 15 minutes. But Righteous Fire, he doesn't get quite the exit out of turn number 3 there as Van did. And now Van, he's going to pull away almost a second now. Van absolutely racing very well. In P6, he had a bad few laps there at the early stages. But now he is just pushing to try and maybe gap Righteous Fire. But Righteous Fire, he is right back on Van as he's using that push to pass now. If he doesn't get the pass done now, will he get the pass done later without a push to pass? Maybe he's trying to bait Van into using his. But it wouldn't surprise me as Righteous goes wide and he spins. Oh no! Righteous has absolutely potentially ruined his potential race with that, but he does have the push to pass. He can use that to his advantage. Raja using his push the pass now. And now Fox has come about a tenth closer of the back bumper of Thornton, and he's just sticking right to him. Both of these guys have a push the pass now. Who's going to break first? Who's going to use their push the pass next? As we're seeing Thornton, he was a tenth slower. And in that last lap, then Fox. Thornton, he is now just going to have to drive very quickly now through this first sector. And this is a trouble sector as he is saving some energy as we see that brake light as we go. If I can get that view back, please. Game. As you can see, this back light, this is not a brake light. It's basically a light that just says when they're consuming energy or basically when they brake. Or when they're not consuming energy, when they're saving energy. And that's usually like in most open wheel cars, like Formula 1 cars, Formula 2 cars, they have a brake light. Well, not Formula 2 cars, but Formula 1 cars, they have a light that flashes when energy is being saved, and that shows you basically when it brakes. So it's not really a brake light, but it's a brake light at the same time. But now Thornton, he is just having to defend for his life against Fox. He doesn't want to give up this win. Why would he? He's done so well so far. He has led the most laps of this race. Why would he just want to hand over the win to Fox? Fox has had to battle back from an accident. And then he had to battle Lewis, and now in battling Thornton, he has had to drive quite well. So if Fox does win this race, congratulations to him. It'd be an awesome race from him. What a drive. As we are seeing now, who is that? Is that T-Dog? That is T-Dog. That's Timmy Wilkins, who's using his push to pass. Trying not to go a lap down to these guys. That'd be absolutely horrible to see that happen. Well, and it's a big possibility, though. It's a short track. It's only 1.7 miles. 1.4 miles, excuse me. So very short. Last week, we were at a 3-mile track where energy became an issue. Now, a much shorter track, much more braking points. Now, Vanny's going to try and go down the inside into turn number 1 as they go wheel to wheel, but he takes the lead. And now, T-Dog, he doesn't know what to do here as Thornton is battling right back, and he's going to take the lead into turn number 2. No, he does not. These two are just absolutely battling it out. And now Timmy has to be careful, though. Timmy is disrupting this race. Timmy, get out of the way. What are you doing, man? You're disrupting the race. Now we're seeing Thornton and Sim Black Fox pushing each other to the limit. And Sim Black Fox is going to go ahead and use that push the pass to take this lead. Timmy not respecting the blue flags at all and really putting Thornton in a bad position there. Now Thornton's going to have to battle back, but Thornton does have one thing on his side right now, and that's that push the pass. He's going to use that here very soon because Timmy's going to slow up Fox here. And that push the pass is not quite as effective as Thornton gets a little loose coming out of the hairpin turn now. And it looks like, yep, Fox, he's going to just go down the inside, and he's going to get some clear track. Now Thornton's going to have to battle back. But he is gaining a little bit of time. It would be very surprised. It won't. Oh, no! Timmy! He wrecks Sim Black Fox. Oh, no! And Thornton takes the win. He takes the lead of this race. And now Thornton's slowing down. I think he feels really bad for Fox. Fox does not deserve that at all. Fox did not deserve that whatsoever. And now these two are going to battle for this win. Very respectful there by Thornton to give a little time to Fox here because Fox does have that push to pass. Huge sportsmanship there by Thornton. Huge, big clap to him. But Thornton, he is in the lead of this race. He still has, he's actually using his push to pass now. These two are going to be fighting until the very end. Now we have 9 minutes to go. We're at 28 laps now, 29 laps. Well, this is lap number 30. We're almost to the white flag. Less than 10 minutes to go here. As these guys are just absolutely battling it out. And Van absolutely driving very well tonight, especially having the battle against Righteous Fire. Now he has a 15-second lead over Righteous Fire, and he's just going to just chill and race by himself. And now we have a yellow flag. This is T-Dog. He is now a lap down, and he is having all sorts of problems. But let's stick with the leaders now, as both of these guys are using their push to pass. Now Fox is out of his push to pass, and Thornton absolutely strategizing, being a gentleman even as well, and he is going to be able to potentially take this win here, as he's maybe used a minute of that, not even that, of that push to pass, as now Timmy becoming a second lap down. Ooh, that other tire is not moving. Is T-Dog? Yep, T-Dog is into the pits. I think he is out of this race. And that's going to be it for Timmy. But now we're back to the leaders, because this is the race to watch. This is where the action is happening. And now Fox, he is falling a second behind Thornton now. Thornton still has that push to pass, still activated, the attack mode. And it's just a push from here, ladies and gentlemen. It is just a push to the end. Who saved the energy? Who is able to go to the end? As we're not seeing really a lot of other battles happening anywhere else except for the lead here, which you don't want to miss, because based on the couple of weeks of racing, we have had some great final finishes, even in NASCAR. If you watch the Daytona 500, Michael McNall winning his very first Sprint Cup race, his very first NASCAR race, and as well as winning the Daytona 500 off of a crash. So anything could happen, as Thornton, he is driving very well, very nicely. He hasn't hardly made any mistakes, and he has had to battle back to the lead as well, as he's going to go through the Qatar corner, which is turn 6, into turn 7 and 8, and now turn 9, the hairpin, or the Visa hairpin. And he makes it look so dang easy. And now that push to pass is gone. And Fox, he is now 1.4 seconds away from Thornton. And we have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here as well. This race been very fun, been very interesting as well. Fox getting P2, he goes ahead and increases his lead in the championship, but Thornton picking up major points tonight if he wins this race. But Fox, he is closing that gap. It's down to 1.2, so Fox is faster in Sector 2 than Thornton. Let's see what happens here through Sector 3. And now we're through the Visa area, and it comes down to less than a second now. the fight is on. Thornton has to drive very clean from this point on, and Fox has to drive clean as well if he wants to win this race. And that's going to be the challenge now, as they are both gunning for this victory. Foxy is now within a half a second of Thornton, and Thornton just has to drive away. He just has to stay confident in his driving ability and his driving talent to win this race. Fox going a little bit wide into turn number 1, losing a bit of time, but he is going to be much faster through turns 2 and 3. About consistent, about the same now. But this is when it gets tricky. We're going to see these guys really start having tire wear problems, I think, at this point. We got less than 4 minutes left. Can't quite... the game, I don't think, animates tire wear. I don't think. So we're not quite sure what the tire status would be. It wouldn't be surprising if we see some tire problems. Now these guys have been pushing for quite a long time. And now everybody's used their push to pass, and we're just going to stick with the leaders here for the end of this race, unless something dramatic happens somewhere else. But these two guys, they're racing very well tonight, very clean. Now Fox, he's taking that outside line into turn 1 and just going deep. So he gets a little bit of, he loses a bit of time on the Thornton by doing that. I think he should just get on the inside and just follow Thornton through that corner. He might gain a little bit more time going through there, as Thornton, he is just going to try and pull a gap here. He's almost a second now ahead of Fox, but Fox, he's going to be quick through this sector and through these sections, but he is. He gains a little bit of time out of turn 6, and Thornton just has to push now as we hit into the Visa hairpin. And Fox, he is just right back up. He is within a half a second now of Thornton. 2 minutes remaining. We are almost to the final lap. We are going to see that white flag here very, very shortly. We're at 34 laps. We're at lap 35. This has been a long, long race. Might get halfway on that tire at most through the race. Okay, makes sense. I wish we could get tire data or a way to have like that form of information throughout this race, but because of the way the game is set up and the fact that that I have to be a driver to even watch this race really screws that up. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. Thornton, he is holding on to this lead. And Fox now just having to hold on to and just try and win this. Now Thornton, he gets a little loose into turn number 6, and now Fox takes the lead of this race. And oh no, what a mistake by Thornton. He tried to throw it in there. And now he has lost the potential. He has lost a lot of time as we go through the Visa hairpin. And Sam Black Fox takes the lead of this race. And wow. That's exactly what Fox was hoping for. He was right on the tail of Thornton. He figured if he makes a mistake, he can attack then. And if you don't drive clean, well, it will bite you. These cars are very unforgiving. And 2 laps to go now. 20 seconds remaining. And what a race here. Fox going to get his second victory of the season, taking an even bigger gap on his championship lead. Thornton, he's going to pick up a huge amount of points on this race as he sit in P10 with 2 last week. Not the greatest showing from him. So he is definitely excited. I know he's really going to be happy about his performance tonight. He raced one hell of a good race, so good for him. Raja picking up a huge amount of points as well. He's going to finish up P3. Kriegs finishing, Lewis P4 drops a couple positions from this previous race, and we are on the final lap. And now Kriegs, he gets a little bit loose into turn number 6. Van, great race from him, and Righteous both racing very hard, very well. But here we go into the final lap. Thornton, I think he's too far behind. Unless Fox makes a mistake, I think it's pretty much over as we are heading into sector number 2 at the Berlin E Prix of this final lap. Now, Thornton, he was looking for a potential move, but it's not quite there. He was a little bit quicker, though. He's 1.1 seconds back as we head into the Visa section, sector 3 of this wonderful circuit that everybody should know by heart at this point if you watch Formula E. And now Thornton, he's going to hit the wall, so that's going to end his potential chance of winning this unless Fox does something absolutely stupid. But Thornton, he comes across the checkered line for the checkered flag for the win here at Berlin. He is your Berlin E Prix winner. And Thornton coming in P2, followed by Raja. Then Lewis, Kriegs, Van, Righteous, then T-Dog. But a great race, I thought. Our winner is going to be Fox. A huge congratulations to him, and what a race we did have there. So that really shakes up the standings a little bit as we head into week number 2. Sim Black Fox takes a big lead now. It's going to be hard, so but let's take a look at the standings one more time before we say goodbye. Not updated standings. We have Fox, who will take a huge lead now. But Lewis, he doesn't get quite as many points tonight as he was hoping for. Same with Righteous. That's really going to shake it up now from basically P2 on down, because Thornton picking up a huge number of points. That's going to put him up to 20 points in the season. And Van picking up a few more points tonight. That's going to put him up to probably P6. Or Brandon Gobes, excuse me. Righteous Fire, not the greatest night from. Could put Van might pick up more points than that. He might be in P4 by the end of that. So, but what a race, ladies and gentlemen! And it's been an honor and a pleasure to bring you all the action here from Berlin E Prix for Apollo Racing Club. Make sure to follow and tune in for every single event. We have several events happening almost every single day. Join us for any of Cita Corsa events. We do, there's Tuesday night sports cars still happening. We have Road to Glory on Wednesday nights. Thursday nights, iRacing. Friday nights is Formula E. Saturday nights, we got ACC. Right now, we're in a break week. And Sundays is Formula 1 Tier 1. And Mondays, we're at Formula 1 Tier 2. So we got racing on almost every day of the week happening at Apollo Racing Club, and we stream 4 nights a week. Right now we stream 3 nights a week for our official races. So thank you so much for watching tonight, and for everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, good night, and we'll see you next time.